Hi, good afternoon, everybody. And let me welcome you to the finale of the U.S. Consulate-sponsored Green Heroes Film Workshop and Film Festival. First, let me extend my heartfelt thank you to our important partner in this initiative, the Energy and Research Institute, or TERI. In particular, I want to recognize TERI Director General Dr. Ajay Mathur, who has had such an impressive and impactful career on environmental issues, and also to the members of the TERI team, Ms. Annapurna Vanchaswaran and Ms. Rishu Nigam, all of whom have worked so hard over the past several months to bring this initiative to fruition. We at the U.S. Consulate very much value and appreciate this partnership with TERI. And of course, I extend a very warm welcome to our special guest from the Indian film industry, Mr. Abhishek Bachchan. As a hero yourself for the environment, we greatly appreciate your presence here and your support for this initiative to acknowledge and promote the lesser-known green heroes who are making a difference in their own communities in Western India. We're also very honored to be receiving the video message later in the program from the Honorable Minister for Railways, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, who will be representing the Government of India. Finally, I want to extend my appreciation for the members of the jury who wholeheartedly accepted our invitation to serve on the panel to review all the film submissions and to select the winners. They include Mr. Pankaj Saxena and Mr. Shyam Bengal, Mr. Ravish Kumar, and Mr. Sabas Joseph, the final three who couldn't join us today, but I know who care very deeply about this initiative. Thank you, Mr. Saxena, for coming today as well. As my very green-minded daughters often remind me, we are really incredibly fortunate to live on this beautiful planet as our home. Yet our growth and development as societies has seriously taxed our planet's resources. Around the world, you only need to look at a smoggy day or talk to farmers about the reduced yields and the changes in climate pattern, or to visit city suburbs that used to be green and are now filled with buildings in order to get a sense of the impact that the 7 billion humans are having on our planet today. Whether you live in a mega city like Mumbai or in a smaller rural community back home in Arizona, where I'm from, you can find signs of the impact that human activity has had on the environment just about everywhere. Because air and water are not contained by political borders, environmental issues are truly global in nature. Yet it is often local communities that are the first and often the most affected by environmental degradation. Consequently, they are also on the front lines of the search for solutions and to make for a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable environment. Faced with these challenges and with limited resources, communities need our help in finding, highlighting, and implementing innovative solutions. That's where today's film festival comes in. Simply put, Green Heroes is an effort to identify, promote, and encourage unsung environmental heroes in Western India, people who are making a real difference in improving the environment in the communities in which they live. As you will see, with the help of some incredibly inspiring people, many communities in Western India are innovatively addressing huge challenges, ranging from wildlife poaching to watershed management to the effect of pesticides and e-waste. We believe these unsung heroes deserve recognition, appreciation, and support for the great work that they are doing to help India grow and prosper sustainably. The Green Heroes Project began last fall. The first step was a call to identify unsung heroes in the states of Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. Our partners at TERI then paired up the best nominated projects with budding young filmmakers and writers from the region. They produced short films of up to 5 minutes in length that highlight the positive impact that Green Heroes are having on their communities. To help with this filmmaking effort, we conducted workshops and mentoring sessions for the teams of environmentalists and filmmakers in 5 cities throughout the region. These efforts resulted in the submission of 20 short films, each worthy of our praise and compliments. The top 10 were then shortlisted for today's finale. In a few moments, we will screen these top 10 films, and our distinguished panel of judges will select 3 films to receive awards and 1 additional film as an honorable mention. I want to stress that while there will be winners this afternoon, all of the heroes and all of the filmmakers are true champions, champions of their craft and champions of the environment.
Mr. Ravish Kumar, TV News Anchor, NDTV India. Mr. Sabas Joseph, co-founder, Westcraft International Entertainment Limited. Mr. James Fennell, Cultural Affairs Officer, U.S. Consulate General, Mumbai. Mr. Pankaj Saxena, former Vice President, Programming Discovery Networks India, Dr. Pradipta Ghosh, and Mr. Sri Prakash, Distinguished Fellows at TERI. We begin with E-Waste Warrior, a film from Ahmedabad. all the remarkable films we just saw. This is the work of young students, NGO workers, writers. Some of them have never made a film before. They put in a lot of hard work, love, to please say a few words.
A very good afternoon to everyone. First and foremost, many, many congratulations to all the filmmakers, to the Green Heroes, to the Consulate General of America in Mumbai, and to Terry for starting such a wonderful initiative. Me and the family have worked with Terry for several years, and they do great work in not just spreading the word, but also of encouraging the youth. And I'm so happy that people are joining with them to spread this wonderful word. Our big problem towards the environment is everybody looks at themselves as an individual. And as an individual in this vast sea of humanity, we feel we're insignificant. I think today, after seeing these wonderful 10 films and seeing the heroes, you realize how significant that one person is. And I congratulate each and every person who put their thoughts and efforts and dedication behind this wonderful cause. Because today you have proved not only to yourselves and your communities, but also to people like me and people who will watch these films, that every drop makes an ocean. So congratulations, power on, keep spreading the word. I offer whatever assistance and support that I can give in a limited capacity. But after seeing the inspirational movies that you all have made today, I think the future is very bright if we just carry on. I think it's important to realize that we've done so much already, but we shouldn't stop here. We must carry on. We must believe in our initiatives. We must care for our environment. We must care for the future. The greatest joy after watching these wonderful films is if we have more people like you making these films, if we have more green heroes like we saw today, the future is going to be bright. And I congratulate each and every one of you, and thank you very much for having me here. It's my pleasure as a film actor, as a producer, but most importantly, as a citizen of this wonderful earth that we inhabit, to know that I share and breathe the same air as some of you great people. And I encourage you to spread the word, and I encourage the media who's very kindly come here to help spread the word and encourage more people to make a difference. Because I think the one thing we've seen today is even a small 3-minute film can change a life. And I think we should spread that word, and we should do whatever we can, because the future does matter and the earth does matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bachchan. I would now like to invite our guest, Mr. Pankaj Saxena, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. There's a phone here. Oh, all right, okay. Very difficult to hold forth after Mr. Bachchan has spoken so well and with so much passion representing this young country on the subject of environment. Equally difficult to hold forth on environment in the presence of Dr. Mathur, a luminary, and all other colleagues of Terry whose work we are so familiar with. So I will not speak on environment, but certainly share some insights with you as a member of the jury. My other colleagues are not here. But I think when we were told that we would be adjudicating films made by young filmmakers who've been sort of oriented or trained over a short period of time, one had one's hesitations about the kind of films that one might end up seeing. क्योंकि हम उन जनरेशन से आते हैं जब फिल्में बनाने में ही बड़ा समय लगता था. एक फिल्म बनाने में ही कई बार 8-8, 10-10 साल लग जाते थे. उसको सीखने में भी हम लोग जब यंग थे, पढ़ने 5 साल हमको सिनेमा सीखने में लग गए फिल्म इंस्टीट्यूट में. there was more time. The other phenomenon was that the films were being made in the big cities only. So Delhi में फिल्में बनती थी, बम्बई में बनती थी, चेन्नई में बनती थी. तो हमको लगा कि हम हिंटरलैंड में जा रहे हैं और वो लोगों की फिल्म हम देखने वाले हैं जिनकी बहुत ज़्यादा who've not spent years in learning filmmaking. But when we actually saw the films, I think it was a most marvelous and amazing experience for us. Such was the quality of the film. And I think your applause for those films has underscored the delight that we had in seeing those films.
And I request Mr. Waida and Dr. Mathur to present them with a small token of appreciation. I would also request the Green Heroes to stay on stage for a group photo. Terry and US Consulate Mumbai are proud to honor Mr. Ambrish Kela for his work in promoting organic agriculture in Indore. Dr. Antonio Mascarenas for his work in conserving the beach dune systems in Goa. Mr. Arun DK for his work in promoting sustainable agriculture in Indore. Mr. Bailon Gomes for his work in waste management in Goa. Mr. Bhalachandra Dattaroy Monde for his work in conserving the Sirpur Lake in Indore. Dr. Dhananjay Nevarkar for his work in grassland management in the dry and arid Lamkani village. Ms. Janak Palta McGilligan for her work in the field of solar cooking and sustainable lifestyle in Indore. Jeevit Nadi movement for their work in mobilizing public awareness to restore the Mula Mutha River in Pune. Ms. Jyoti Mapsekar for her work in decentralized waste management in Mumbai. Ms. Kirti Lakhanpal for her work in e-waste management in Ahmedabad. Mr. Om Prakash Patidar for his work in promoting sustainable agriculture in Khargon district. Mr. Bhalu. Miss Dr. Dhananjay Nevarkar. They have exchanged. The Police Training College in Indore for its work in creating a green and sustainable campus. Mr. Prashant Shah for his work in promoting the practice of reuse and recycle in Pune. Jeevit Nadi. Mr. Rajendra Kerkar for his work in conserving the forests of Goa. Mr. Sandeep Patel for his work in waste management in Ahmedabad. Can we please have a round of applause for all of these green heroes up on stage, please? Mr. Sandeep. Mr. Sandeep Patel for his work in waste management in Ahmedabad. Mr. Sharat Shinde for his work in conserving endangered medicinal plants in the northern parts of Western Ghats of India. Mr. Soham Mukherjee for his work in preventing snake-human conflicts in Gujarat. Mr. Sunil Bhire and Mrs. Priya Bhire as green heroes for their work in waste management and vermiculture in Pune. Their daughter Deepti Bhire is receiving the award on their behalf. Mr. Uday Mandrekar for his work in protecting the mangroves of Shurao Island in Goa. Mr. Uday Mandrekar for his work in protecting the mangroves. Mr. Amrit Singh for wildlife conservation, Mr. Parag Rangneka for promoting sustainable tourism, and Samaj Pragati for their work in promoting non-pesticide management in Devas. All these heroes could not join us in person today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of big applause.
अरे अरुण हट ठीक है चलो सब चलो अभी सब चलो अपन ऊपर चलेंगे इधर आ जाओ ऊपर चलो अरे विनय 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 कचरा करके रखे चलो
It is now time to hear a short message from Mr. Suresh Prabhu, Honorable Minister.
जाएगा चलो